Hi everyone, I am back with an Akashic story time. So, what is Akashic story time? It is exactly what it sounds like. It is a story about somebody's soul history. I used to always record these stories, but then I started typing them and posting them as blogs on Substack. But I'm gonna start making more videos again where I share the stories, where I tell you the stories. So this is a story that I titled The Lyran Soul Sisters, and I shared this in two different blogs, but I'm gonna tell you the whole story here in this video. So once upon a time, there were two soul sisters that separated together from the same larger soul monad, and they went off to Lyra. They decided to take turns in each lifetime. Sometimes one was the mentor and the other one the student, and sometimes it was the other way around. And in Lyra, where their journey together began, they would be psychic awakeners for each other. In this lifetime, they were mother and daughter. In Lyra, they were teacher and student. The daughter was a Lyran princess. The Lyran bloodline is a very ancient one with many royal houses. Over a long period of time, many of the people that are associating with Lyra are in fact spiritual royalty. And royal status was not achieved by being a member of an elite organization. It was achieved by your state of consciousness. Many Lyran royalty have returned to Earth and feel a deep sense of responsibility to serve Mother, Father, God and embody Christ consciousness. This is their soul calling them back home. The mother was an ancient feline teacher that was hired by the princess's parents, and the felines were highly respected members of society in the moment in time-space reality that I saw this lifetime taking place in Lyra. The soul recognition was instant, and their contract began. They were to be each other's spiritual sponsors and always encourage each other to grow and keep on expanding. And after that, they met up again in the Pleiades, and they were sisters, working together as healers using their voice. And they switched roles, mentor, student, equals, to create a well-rounded bubble of energy, because their souls knew, of course, that linear time is an illusion and that they would be able to tune into all of these experiences in the lifetimes where they were aware of their multidimensional connection. And they liked being sisters so much that they did it again in Atlantis. And this was a lifetime to get used to Earth together. They truly enjoyed going through life together. They enjoyed encouraging each other in lifetimes that had spiritual development as a big focus. And they always teamed up. And they decided to do it for a second time in Atlantis. But this time the Lyran mentor became the daughter and the princess became the mother. In the second Atlantean life, the Lyran mentor wanted to put the princess to the test, and their bond strengthened even more as they developed their healing abilities together and worked with the Green Ray and Archangel Raphael. The journey continued in Avalon. So after their Atlantean adventures, the two Lyran soul sisters met again in Avalon, and I created a painting a few months ago. And back then, I also created these watercolor portraits for them about their Avalon soul journey, with the current lifetime mother being the student in that Avalon lifetime. She had an adventurous spirit ready and eager to travel, learn the ways of magic and what it means to be an Avalon priestess. And she learned how to navigate the in-between realm, knowing that she would be separated from her soul sister again in the next lifetime. The time had come where the mists were about to close and remain closed for centuries to come. This time, the current lifetime daughter was a female druid in Avalon, keeping a watchful eye over her student as she practiced parting the mists. And they had reached a point in their soul contract where they were both ready to each go their own way. They knew, though, that they would meet again when the time was right for them to lift the veil again, together, and to remind each other and be spiritual catalysts again for each other. They would make a new contract to reunite, which they have in this lifetime as mother and daughter. So, what were they up to after Avalon? One of them went on to join the Cathars in France and stayed devoted to the Celtic Gnostic teachings of Avalon. And she had some Celtic lifetimes in France and England and other European places. And the other one mainly focused on Egyptian and Greek priestess work, with one interesting storyline in Versailles in France thrown in there too. If you would like to hear more of these Akashic stories, go to my YouTube channel where I have an entire playlist of them, and also check out my Substack blog where I have entire stories typed out to read. And if you are interested in a reading of your own, then contact me, message me, or check out my website to get more information. And I will be back soon with more Akashic stories. Bye bye.